What's up, Leo? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Okay, guys, so I want to get straight into this. This is going to be your April 2018 monthly reading. So we're going to take a look at your past, present, and future, and this will be for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. All right, guys? So let's get into it and see what's going on. Now, like I said, this is a general reading, so whatever pops up, pops up. What is going on for the sign of Leo? Past, present, and future. What is going on for the sign of Leo? The Ace of Cups in the reverse fell out. So maybe something that you're losing feelings for, or some sort of fallout that you could have. But let's see what's going on, guys. All right, guys. So the energy that we have is the Knight of Cups. So off the bat, there could be someone, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, that is very important in your life, or maybe something that you guys are building that you feel very, very passionate about, that you're very just emotionally bound to and into. All right. But there is something here that I feel is going to get cut out due to something unfair that happens, an injustice possibly. But I do see a very strong water presence that either they'll see things with you as a waste of time, or you'll see things with them as a waste of time, but definitely secrets coming out. So if anyone's being shady this month, it's definitely going to be seen for sure, okay? Now, the first card that you guys have for the past is the Five of Wands in reverse. So you guys just don't want problems. You don't want to feel like you're competing with anyone. You don't want any sort of arguments or pettiness. You're trying to avoid that altogether. And we have the Moon card in the reverse, where there's secrets that came out. You guys could be healing from these secrets, but a strong sense of clarity where you're doing your best just to avoid any sort of problems here. All right, and you have the Seven of Swords in the reverse, so clarity is seen, secrets are coming out. You guys just don't want to be involved with problems. Now, with the Death card in the reverse, you're still invested in this somehow, but you're just not trying to get any problems out of it. Okay, the next card that you guys have is the King of Pentacles. So there could have been a very important Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in your life in the past, or this could be a sense of you guys having a very strong hold on your finances. Okay, Three of Pentacles. So this definitely could be business where something really big happened. You know, you're working on something. Everyone kind of has the same idea in terms of how can we, you know, build this and move forward with this. And with the Temperance card in the reverse, there's a sense of imbalance that you could feel. So maybe it's a person that you're building with, and you don't feel 100% good about it, but you're building it anyways. But I think the biggest part is that you're conflicted about a fallout that you had where there could have been arguing. For some of you, if this is within love, then it could have been, you know, a third-party situation that came to light. For others of you, if this has to do with work or just any other projects in your life, then you guys just had to remove yourself. You guys just didn't want to be involved with this. All right, and with the King of Swords in the reverse, maybe it was you guys having this energy, or an air sign that you're dealing with, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, but anyone can take this energy despite what sign they are. With the King of Swords in the reverse, this is someone that has gotten to a point where they're not interested in anything that's not going to benefit them. Okay, so this person can be someone who's coming off as very cruel just because they feel the need to be cruel, or somebody to get, you know, that they get pushed to the point where they no longer care, and, you know, they've been pushed to a point where they feel like they have to look out for themselves, and they feel like they have to be extra bitchy just to make sure that nobody walks all over them. All right, and we have the Strength card in the reverse. So there could be something happening where you feel debilitated, or you just knew that at this point you were just, you know, trying to force something that wasn't good. But something here is getting cut out for sure with the Knight of Swords here. Or you could have been dealing with an air sign in the past, but you guys are kind of having that go with the flow mentality. You really don't want problems. If there's anything that feels debilitating towards you, I just see you cutting it out. Okay. But definitely a very strong air energy here that could have brought you a lot of burden. Or you guys just cutting out anything that was burdening here. In the present moment, the first card that we have is the Hermit card in the reverse. So you guys could be dealing with a situation where you do not have all the facts, or you're not giving away all the facts in the situation. just trying to move away from a place of limbo. And this is involving something that you're having a very hard time moving away from. All right. But with the Ten of Pentacles here, on a monetary scale for a lot of you, there's a lot of good things happening. If this pertains to you in terms of work, you're really standing your ground. This could be a place where you're making a lot of money. But what I'm seeing is you guys may be resisting something that you have to let go of. But with this Ten of Pentacles here, it's showing that a lot of good things will happen for you once you let it go. You just need to let it go. You need to be resilient and not involve yourself with whatever this is. Seven of Wands in reverse, giving up on a situation. Okay? Although you're still emotionally invested. So there's a chapter here that needs to be closed out, and you guys have not closed that out yet. Okay? We have the Tower card, so a big change that's going to happen, something that's inevitable. When we get the Tower card, that could be a good change or a negative change. It just means change. All right. In this case, for some of you, you're going to be falling out of a partnership. There could be a third-party situation that you're involved with. Okay. But I feel like you're really seeing this as bad judgment. For some of you, it could be involving a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but you know that it's not good. Okay. And there may be someone that you feel very close to or something that you are very invested in that now you have to turn your back on. And there could be the sense of unhappiness. But the beautiful thing is, with the Queen of Wands upright, there's a sense of you guys carrying yourself very, very strongly, even if this doesn't feel good while it's happening. But someone's being rejected. Maybe they're rejecting you. You're rejecting them. But something's going to be left out in the cold. For some of you, it could be financial burden, but I don't really feel it's going to be that, especially with this Ten of Pentacles here. But we have the Page of Cups in the reverse. And the Devil card in the reverse. So whatever it is that you're leaving or is leaving you, it's for the best. Okay, because it would have been something that was way too toxic. There was someone here that was just being a leech that felt like they deserved the world, but they weren't necessarily doing anything to deserve it. They just felt they expected to get certain things. And with the Ten of Cups in the reverse, there's just a strong sense of unhappiness, a big sense of an unstable foundation. Okay. Now, moving forward, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is going to be you guys working very hard and meticulously on something. All right, Ace of Pentacles, a new start that comes in. And with the Ace of Pentacles, this really is going to be something that builds slowly or develops slowly, but something that has a potential for longevity here. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. For some of you, it could definitely be a new relationship, maybe a reconciliation with someone, but it does involve dropping something first that's going to make you sad. Ace of Cups in the reverse, okay? The next card rather, for your future is the King of Wands in the reverse. So if this is within work, just be careful that you're not in a place where you get really, really in your head and become that authority figure that nobody wants to deal with, someone that's just abusing their authority in that sense. For some of you, this could be promiscuous behavior and a relationship. Okay, so let's see why this King of Wands is here in the reverse. All right, we have the Seven of Cups, which is illusions, confusion, not seeing a situation clearly for what it is, and the Three of Wands. So I feel like if there was any sense of cheating or just overdoing something, really having an authority position on it, but not in a good way, like in an overbearing or like overwhelming sort of way, I feel like you guys are actually going to turn your back on that sort of behavior because there's something new that's coming in that you're starting that you're going to feel very good and passionate about, but you know that you have to cut out whatever was causing you to feel a loss, whatever you had to let go of, because there's just too much arguments there. So you guys are choosing to leave something in the past. And I feel like this new start that comes in, it's going to be very unexpected for a lot of you. All right. The last card here is the High Priestess in the reverse, which could be you guys knowing something but withholding the energy, or maybe not the energy, the information that you know. But with the High Priestess in the reverse, this could also be someone that's in a situation where there's a lot of red signs and red flags, but you're choosing to, turn a blind eye to it. Okay. So what I see here, honestly, is that you have something that seems like a victory, but with the Emperor in the reverse, there's a sense of fakeness. But I don't think that it's fakeness in terms of maliciousness. I just don't think you're going to tell this next person or this next job or this new friend or whoever it is that you're talking to here You're not going to tell them that you're still withholding some pain from something that you had to let go of, but there's going to be something new that's very strong for you. I just feel like you're not going to let them onto how messed up you could be about whatever you left behind in the past. So something new and good is coming in. You're going to choose to go forward with that, but you're just going to be suppressing some pain, I feel. Okay? All right. So let's pull you guys an Earth Magic Oracle card, and let's see what's going on here. All right. So what is the advice for the sign of Leo for April 2018? Let's see what pops up, guys. All right, so you guys had two cards that popped up. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, beautiful. So you guys have winter solstice, reflection, and ocean, ebb and flow. So, like I said, there's going to be something new that you guys are going into, and there's going to be the sense of really, at least in your mind and in your heart, holding on to something from the past. But I feel like despite the pain that you may be going through, you're taking the time to really ponder and think about where you came from, how you got to that point, and how you got to the certain point that you're at. Now, with the reflection, you're going to just be looking back at that. You're going to be trying to understand the situation, which I think is very powerful, because a lot of us, when we make a mistake, whether we're the catalyst to the mistake or somebody else is the catalyst and they kind of just drag us into it, a lot of us just kind of want to forget, and we just move forward and we just put it under the rug, because thinking about it, maybe it's going to bring us shame, maybe it's going to bring us sorrow, so we kind of just want to pretend it never happened. But here, it's like, no, I need to face this. Like, what happened? How did I get to this point? How did I get myself here? How did I allow myself to go through all of this? And you're in a place right now that I think is beautiful, because with ebb and flow, the most important thing here is to allow. So you guys are going to be in a place where you're not going to be interested in anything that you feel you have to force yourself, or that you have to overexert yourself. If there's someone that you have to go above and beyond for, I just don't see space for them in your life right now, because your most important thing is you, your soul. All right, looking at that, that mirrored image of yourself and saying, what do I want for myself? And what was going on that I strayed so much from what was going to make me happy at a deep level. So if there's things that aren't working out for you, that you were kind of just forcing it to remain what it was, I feel like you guys are, in this month, you're going to really just let it go and release it. And when new things do come in, you are going to allow it, especially if it's good for your energy. But I just feel like you're not in a place where you have fight in you, okay? And yes, there's things in life that we should fight for, but when it comes to things that we can choose, I think that's the most important way to look at it. Things that we can choose. We can choose our lovers. We could choose our jobs. We can't choose family. Sometimes if we're not in a good financial place, we can't choose where we live. But we can choose who we break bread with, right? We could choose who we eat with. We could choose who we chill with. We could choose who we go to the movies with, okay? We can choose, what am I going to buy in the store with these $30? You can choose things like that. So right now you're going to be in a place that the choices that you do have control over, you're going to make sure that it's the best for you, okay? And you have to keep in mind that that is going to be the power that you have right now. You might not necessarily be able to control certain aspects, in your life, but focus on the things that can be controlled right now, and focus on what's going to be best for you moving forward. Who in your life is making you feel like a better person. And if there's anything taking away from you, or slowly just chiseling away from you, let it go. Let it go in the flow, okay? Let the ocean take it. All right, guys? So I think this is very powerful, but this is definitely going to be a pivoting moment for you guys, for sure. Okay? So, Leo, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for all of you that have been liking, subscribing, just tuning into the channel. For those of you that do want a personal reading, if you do have iPhone, you can go ahead and add me on the app called InstantGo. There's a link right down below in the description for you guys to find that, and you could either ask me a question, text, or call me. Okay, and I did put up a new website. If you guys haven't seen it yet, it's High Vibrations with Liz, Liz, and I will also put that in the description so you guys can go ahead and get a reading. It's much easier to get it this way now, but if you guys have gotten readings from me in the past, you can go ahead and use those old methods as well. I'm just trying to do it so that it's easiest for everybody, okay? So Leo, I love you guys. Good luck with this, and let me know how it turns out for you. Take care, guys.